Greetings. I'm here to make a presentation about the law of supply. I'm Karthik Vasanthi from 4th year CSE. So I would like to start about by asking a question about what supply is. So supply basically refers to a quantity of a commodity which a producer or seller is willing to produce and offer for sale at a particular price. So the commodity may vary from different producer and the prices may vary from different seller. So this brings in an aspect of a market where the consumer is able to choose various products from different producers. So the main important aspect of supply is a desired quantity. So this basically means that the supply is not only meant for the bulk buyers, it is also meant for the consumer who is ready to buy it in a very small quantity. And supply is always explained with the reference to the price point. For example, if we take a notebook as the sub product here, the price range of a notebook is usually defined from 10 rupees to 50 rupees. So there is a minimum and a maximum. So this basically gives an idea about the production of the supply. So time which with it's offered to sale, and basically a product to be properly reached, it requires a certain amount of time so that it can reach wider range of audience, which in turn can increase the sale. So now we come to law of supply. It basically refers to the relationship between price and quantity of the good or the service that the firms will be producing. The higher the price of the product, the more the supplies of the components are needed to make the product. So basically, there are two types of supplies. One is individual supply schedule, and the second one is market supply schedule. Individual supply schedule is basically based on the individual is the only producer here. So there is no competition between the individual. Whereas the market supply is where the product can be competed with the different producers and different sellers. So once the graph is formed, it won't be a linear line because the same product of the same description can be available at different price points by different producers and different consumers. So I would also like to go to the next slide. So basically, what supply function is? Supply function is basically the study of supply of a commodity. It is usually determined by the fact that supply supply can be calculated by the price of the commodity. So the price of the commodity varies from time to time. If it's a seasonal commodity, then in the off seasons the price can go down. The price of the related goods. So the price of the related goods is mainly necessary because if there is only one producer for a certain product, the price is determined by the producer. But if there is multiple products by multiple producers, then the market becomes more consumer friendly, where there can be like there can be determined by the price points, and it also determines by the factors of production. So this also basically deals with if you want to buy a product in single entity, you can also do it. If you want to buy it in the bulk entity, it is also possible. This is the main reason why the supply plays a major role here. Then the technology for expansion of when there's a supply demand, to reach the supply demand, we need technological aspects for for the producer to be able to do satisfy the consumers. If this is not possible, this is when there creates a demand which increases the price of a product substantially, which is not good for the consumers. And for all of this to happen, there's a certain time period required for expansion. So time period is also a major supply function aspect. So the price of related goods, as I've explained, is tended to shifting from one commodity to the other. So basically, the aspects of law supply, there is no change in the prices of the factors of production, and there is no change in the technique of production. There is no change in the goal of the firm. So basically, the goal of the firm also plays a major role in finding out how the because the ideologies of the firm, the ideologies of the manufacturer defines their product. So if the manufacturer is able to provide us with a cheaper product, but that's good for the consumer, then it's one of the better things for supply. So I would like to conclude the supply here By saying that producers do not expect the change in price or the commodity in the near future, I would like to thank my professor, Dr. Siva Prakash, for giving me the opportunity to make this presentation here. Thank you.